Okay, so morning session we discussed about European Union and ASEAN, right? Okay, so all right, nearly 10 points that related with European Union here. So first of all, the introduction, right? The name of the chapter, Alternative Centers of Power. So we know that alternative for United States of America and alternative for USSR, right? Clear or not? Okay, so new economical order. So both these countries, they dominated basically in that particular power block, right? And always try to attract a number of other countries, I mean newly independent countries after the Second World War. Clear? Clear or not? So both these countries tried to do so. And we know that in the 1991, the disintegration of USSR, okay, that led to the end of bipolarity. End of bipolarity. Amal, what are you writing there? You know all these things, right? Yes or no? Amal, the things are clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the end of bipolarity. Now, this chapter starts from the year 1945, right? 1945. Clear. The age of Cold War, the era of Cold War. Okay. So, Cold War is the particular period that helped the development of European Union and ASEAN countries there. They started thinking about another, what we can say, association, those or that organizations are able to challenge these two power giants. Clear or not? Okay, basically that emerged, this kind of organization emerged after the disintegration of USSR. Clear? Clear or not? Okay, so write down alternative centers of power. Introduction. In the early 1990s, early 1990s, so 1991 here, okay, 1990s, after the end of the bipolar structure of the world, after the end of the bipolar structure of the world. So bipolar structure in the sense two poles are there. One side it is United States of America, the other side it is USSR. Both these groups with different economical ideologies. Okay, one is with the socialism, the other is with the capitalism, right? Right? Yes or no? So continuously, okay, this is the third chapter. We are discussing about this capitalism and socialism and capitalism, communism, socialism, capitalism, liberalism. Okay, I think all these ideas are clear, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? Any doubts are there, means just ask to me then, right? Okay, fine. So end of the bipolar structure of the world, the European Union, EU, the European Union, EU, and Southeast Asian nations, ASEAN, ASEAN, Southeast Asian nations, ASEAN, bracket. So basically, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, right? The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, that's what ASEAN. Have emerged as forces, has emerged as forces, okay, to reckon with, RECKON, reckon with, emerged as a substitution for, okay, that's as reckon with. Both of them have developed, alternative institutions and conventions So if you are unable to adjust with the speed, please raise your hand. Okay, I will repeat it again. Clear? No need to miss the points. Okay, please raise your hand. I will repeat it again. Sneha, the points are clear? You wrote all those that, right? Grishma? Okay. This speed is okay or not? Okay, I will repeat one more time. So here, both of them have developed alternative institutions and conventions, conventions, conventions that build, build, that build a more peaceful and that build a more peaceful and cooperative regional order, full stop. Also the economic rise of China has made a dramatic impact on world politics. Okay. So in this chapter, basically we are going to discuss about three different aspects. One is foundation of European Union. Second one, emergence of ASEAN countries. Third one, the emergence of China as an economical power in the world. Okay. So these three organizations, or the two organizations plus China, that made changes. Okay, what kind of changes? Dramatic changes, unbelievable changes in the field of dramas. Means it is unbelievable, right or not? Okay, so ever observed a drama? Ever watched a drama? No. Okay, so today no people are that much interested in watch a play or a drama there. Okay, so drama shows are very limited. Okay, so we are unable to accept, okay, the things that are going on in a drama there. Okay, so the dialogue presentation, the storyline, everything is unnatural. Okay, that's what we are using this thing here. Dramatic. Okay, unbelievable, or that always providing a surprise. Okay, let it be. So I am not an English teacher, so just understand this idea. Okay, clear or not? Okay, fine. So that's what dramatic here. So we are going to discuss about all these things there. First of all, European Union or EU. European Union, EU. First point. After the Second World War, Europe shattered the assumptions. Tore into pieces. That's what shattered. Shattered the assumptions and structures. Assumptions. ASSUMPTIONS. Assumptions and structures on which the European states had based their relations. So Europe always kept, so no need, okay, you please write up to here, based their relations. Completed? Okay. So most of the European kingdoms in the 18th and 19th century, so we cannot say that 19th century, 17th and 18th century, right? So by 19th century there are several changes. Okay, nation states were emerged in Europe. Clear? So almost the rulers of these kingdoms, they maintained a close connection. Okay, most of these ruling class people from same families, their language, they use the language French to communicate and negotiation. Clear? Understanding or not? So it's a special setup, special condition. Clear? Okay, and these people, they don't have any connection with the liberal people, I mean the common people. Okay, So the European society is a mix of conservatives and liberals, which means the people, those who like the dictator or the rule of the king, and the people, those who like the democratical rule. Clear? So it's a mix. It was a mix. Okay. But in the 19th century, what happened? Number of newly developed democratic states. Okay, new democratic states emerged in Europe. New democratic states emerged in Europe, and those states are the states those who participated in the Second World War. Second World War, right? Okay, and what happened there? Most of these countries faced destruction. Okay, total destruction. Some countries, in the case of Germany, we know that, right? Okay, so other countries imposed a huge war indemnity. War compensation. Okay, Germany, they forced to pay war compensation for other countries. They cannot do that because there is no money with them. Clear or not? Understand? Example, you created a problem for your neighbor. You have to spend money to rectify that error, right? Example, you played cricket in your ground. I mean, not the ground there, in your own place. Okay, clear or not? So in the car porch or in front of your home, any roads are there, you will play there. Okay, so accidentally the front glass of the car of your neighbor is broke. Okay, so what want to do? They will repair it or you will repair that? Who want to repair it? Or who want to spend money for that? Definitely it's you, right? Or your parents. Clear or not? Or else that will lead you to the Third World War, right? Okay, problems will be there. Okay, so your father, your parent will solve that issue. Okay, like that. So most of these countries faced a lot of problem. Basically Germany and Italy. Not only them, other countries also faced a destruction because the war is not in other area, within the territory of those countries. Clear? Only America escaped from that problem. Okay, there is no war within the territory of America. There was no war, right? Clear or not? So America fought in or participated in the Second World War, but no country touched their territory, right or not? Clear or not? There are geographical boundary. Okay, but Europe is not like that. Okay, Europe is totally destructed. So number of movies are there related with that. Okay, so if you are observing, so if you are watching, so you are able to understand that, right? The Second World War related movies, Hollywood movies. Okay, number of movies are there, good movies are there, collect it and watch it, and you will not get the information related with the war there. Okay, number of movies are there. Clear? Hollywood movies. So movie review will be there for us. We will discuss that later. Okay, so they faced a problem. What is that? Economical crisis. No money for the reconstruction of the economy or the country. Almost all the industries are collapsed. Housing areas, okay, or buildings, and everything is collapsed by the rival bombs or bombs by the enemies. Clear or not? Okay, almost all the European countries face that problem. So basically we know that the war is starting from Poland, right? Right? Straight about the Second World War? No chance for it. Okay, so there is no Second World War in your past syllabus. Okay, so first time you are going to understand or learn it, Second World War. So please write down, 2 homeworks are there for you. The reasons for the Second World War. The reasons for the Second World War. You want to understand that, okay? The role of America in Second World War. Role of America in the Second World War. Okay. And we know that America and USSR, they were enemies, right? Right or not? But they fought in the Second World War against or together against Germany, right? So in the Second World War, the world divided on the basis of administrative practice. Okay, one side democratic countries, other side dictatorial countries. Clear? So Germany, Italy and Japan, they are a dictatorship. They followed a dictatorship, right? Clear or not? All other countries in the other side, okay, they followed a democracy. If it is a single party democracy or whatever it is, they followed a democracy. Okay, so Germany by Adolf Hitler, Italy by Benito Mussolini, and Japan by Hirohito, they are emperor. They are emperor, right? Okay, so these 3 countries, they joined together against other countries, basically what we can say, the democratic countries. Now there are numerous reasons are there behind that. Number of reasons are there. Clear or not? Okay, so just to find out some interesting facts related with the Second World War and how it started. Okay, right on. Europe shattered the assumption and structures on. So Europe that constructed on or related with the numerous ideologies. Okay, clear or not? Such kind of what you can say assumptions, that structures, everything is collapsed. Okay, structures on which the Europe states, had been, had based their relations, had based their relations, had based their relations.
Excuse me, sir.
Ah.
Can you repeat the point?
Repeating one more time. After the Second World War, Europe shattered the assumption and structures on which the European states had based their relations. Clear? Had based their relations. Clear? So there are number of countries are there in Europe, right? Second point. In 1945, what is the importance of the year 1945? What is the importance of the year 1945?
End of Second World War and the beginning of Cold War.
Oh, the end of the Second World War and the Cold War started. Fine. Okay. So the European states, in 1945, the European states confronted the ruin of their economies, What do you mean ruin?
Destruction.
Destructed. Okay. Ruin of their economies and the destruction of the assumption and structures and the destruction of the assumptions and structures on which Europe had been founded. Okay. So I am happy that almost all the students, they are sending the notes. Okay, fine. Next point. To revive a European economy. To revive. What do you mean by the term revive?
Kind of like rebuild.
Rebuild. Giving a relife or rebirth. Okay. That's what. Okay. To revive European economy, the US introduced the Marshall Plan. The US introduced a Marshall Plan. So why US helped Europe or European countries? What is the reason behind that? My question is, why US helped Europe? Any answers? Why? What is the reason?
Spread their alliances.
Basically, to help their alliance. Okay, then, or friendly countries, then. Any other reasons are there? So, they have to improve their alliance, right? I mean, make that a powerful one, right or not? Clear? So, our friends are weak means we people also weak, right or not? In a football team, only you are able to play, all the others are unable to play, they are not good players, means what will happen there? The team cannot win over the rivals, right? No victory. They cannot dream about that. That's what happened in which cup? Euro Cup, right? Do you watch you're not interested into football, right? Girls basically, all are girls here except Mr. Amalraj. Are you interested in football, Mr. Amalraj? No. So sad. Okay, so myself I am interested in different games. Okay, example, World Cup football, so I like football. World Cup cricket, that time I like cricket. Okay, so I will watch almost all these games. Okay, so Portugal, it's a country in Europe that faced a problem, the same fate. A famous player is the international player called Ronaldo. Okay, he's a good player. Okay, but the team members are unable to assist him, support him. What will happen? Huh? The total team will become a failure, right or not? Clear? So just think about that. The team members also, teammates also able to help Ronaldo or the key player in that particular team. What will happen there? Okay, they will become unbeaten, right or not? Nobody is able to beat them or defeat them, right? So that's what they want to make them powerful. Then only their group will become a powerful group, right? That's the main reason. So they started helping these countries through a plan called the Marshall Plan. What is that? Marshall Plan. Okay, underline that. Marshall Plan. To establish Marshall Plan to establish organization for European economic cooperation. To establish organization for European economic cooperation. European economic cooperation. OEEC. OEEC in 1948. In 1948. In 1948. Okay, through this, Western European states, Western European states began to cooperate on trade and economic issues. 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 So that's what the last topic we will discuss from our textbook, right? Okay. OECC. OECC. Okay, open your textbook. So stop writing. Back to the textbook.
Can you repeat that point?
Yeah, repeating the point one more time. Write down. Okay, here. To revive European economy, the US introduced the Marshall Plan to establish Organization for European Economic Cooperation, OEEC. Okay, in the year 1948. Through this, Western European states began to cooperate on trade and economic issues. Okay, they began to cooperate. Okay, these countries, they, without thinking about their rivalry, they started cooperating. Clear or not? Okay. What about Russia? Is that a European country?
So half Europe, half Asia.
It's a Eurasian country. Okay, Eurasian. Okay, half in Europe, half in Asia, Asian continent. Okay, Eurasian one. So what do you think in that USSR will accept the help of US? Will accept or not? No need to think about that. Okay, they are in rival groups, right or not? USSR tried to help a number of regions in Europe. Okay, the Eastern Europe, and the same time USA basically helping the countries in the Western Europe, right? Western part of Europe. Clear? Understand? That's what I already told you, that Germany that divided into two halves. Okay, one is under the control of Russia, other is US. Clear? Understand? Okay, so Germany is unable to pay the war indemnity, so they divide the country into two and they started utilizing them. Okay, let it be. Them in the sense their reserves. Okay, fine. So the textbook, back to the textbook. Hope you are able to see the screen. Hello? 1 minute. Okay. And here is the screen for you. And we discussed up to here. OECC. Okay. So OECC was established in 1948 to channel aid to the West European states. West European states, western part of Europe. So this organization that are only established by US, okay, established by US, okay, clear or not, to support the West European state. It became a forum where the Western European states began to cooperate on trade and economic issues. So these Western European countries started cooperating in trade, okay, and economical activities or economical affairs. Okay, the Council of Europe